Hey everybody, this is going to be Breakthrough to Shodan series, and I don't remember what part it is. I think we're on 5. I'll just say this is 5, and I'll make next one 6. And if we miss 4, I don't think we did. Also, you'll hear the clothes washer, the laundry, in the background. Hopefully that's not too loud. And it's in the background because my office is the garage, which is where the laundry is. Okay, so we're going to be looking at this is 2 3Qs, random 3Qs off the KGS active game list. And what they're doing, and if they wanted to get to 1 done, what they should change. Now, there is one biggest thing that we will see, but we'll see it in a minute. Okay, normal stuff. Normal stuff. This is a specialty move. It is Joseki, but it's a specialty move. And a lot of you know this, but let's get some detail. Okay. The proverb tells us, don't touch weak stones or lone stones. So let's see why. And you've probably seen me do this before. It's important though. So white touches. Why is this bad? Because this lone stone gets sente. Now we're going to do this real basic just to see the principle. And then fix. What happened? Oh, black got so much stronger. Why? Because someone touched him. Okay, so we're about to start a fight. Whoever plays first has a significant advantage because close quarters, someone gets an entire move advantage. So black's getting the big advantage here. Now let's do it again. Now what do we have? We have a strong stone. It's not a lone stone. It's very put together with the other black stone. And what happens? The strong stone gets stronger. That's a waste of time. Yeah, my group is really strong and I added a stone to it to make it stronger. That's silly. You want your weak groups to get stronger and you leave your strong ones alone to use them. So there's the sister proverbs. Don't touch weak stones, do touch strong stones. Okay, so going back to our example, it's a contact play. It's a touching. Let's define that. Notice white's move demands a response. So this is a forcing move, and all of a sudden we see that we force white to get nice and strong. Why? There's no reason to force. We don't want white strong down there because that's a white area. It's going to encourage white to take it. Now black's thinking, oh, look what I'm getting on the right. It's not even a black area. That stone's easily alive. It's not even a black area. Let's make it a black area. Better. Now black is saying, white, I want you to stabilize on the bottom because I'm getting something real good. Okay. Now it's starting to make some sense. And on another board, it makes even more sense. So feel free to choose it when you think it's the right time. Okay. So we are here. Boom, boom. And then black takes the corner. Well, he kind of said he wanted the right side, suggesting this move, right? Boom, 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 boom. That's what black said he wanted. But black's kind of changing his mind here and going to the corner. Now let's look at the normal Joseki, which they didn't follow, Atari, and some sort of fix. White's outside is very thick to the right, bottom, center, very positive. And if black ever goes to take, He doesn't want to go this way because this Sente is very powerful, very big for white on the bottom. So black's going to take. And this black group isn't great. If he ever saves the ko, you can see, I'm not saying it's about to die, but I mean, it's almost like the 3-3 is open. Well, the 3-3 is not open. Yeah, but there's so much space there, white can really use it. So it's an awkward situation for black. Okay. But white doesn't. White fixes. I personally looked at this move a lot and wanted to play it because black's going to play here, and the 3-3 is still open. That's why I like this. I've never played it because I'm supposed to Atari, and I'm flattening black's whole right side. So it's a very positive move. But when white plays here, I'm like, yeah, I know what you're talking about, and I kind of like it too. Okay. So far, we've only seen Joseki choice. Okay. Should white settle? That's the normal extension here. Well, the bottom looks a little, I think I might prefer that on the fourth line better, but still, this is Sente, right? If we follow a basic pattern, I think black's getting the bigger side of this equation. So white came up, which I think is the move. This fits better. Don't let black turn. And now we've transposed to another Joseki, which is black, white, black, white comes up. Black plays Sente and finishes. So that's another Joseki, and we've transposed to that. Okay. Now we need to think about white's next move. And here we looked at Joseki choice as how to get stronger. Choose just Joseki well. And here's another one. What do we do with this white group? Do we walk away and play on the right? The right's getting pretty big. Do we extend for defense and size? So how do you choose? Well, if we're talking to 3 Qs, 2 Qs, which we are, I'm not going to go real basic. Let's look a little bit more. We're talking about area 1, area 2, and the A group. If we're comparing area 1 and 2, area 1 is simply bigger. I mean, it's this grand scale. So when it comes to area size, we're not talking about that. We're talking about the weakness of our A group. I would say we're not weak at all. Sure, if black approaches, we'll respond most likely, but that's true in most cases. So it's either area 1 or a combination therein, which would be here. This move keeps area 1 in check, doesn't enter it, but black can't do crazy growth, makes white area 2 significantly bigger, and starts looking pretty darn good in area 3. Okay, so this white move, it defends, but that's the least that it does. We almost don't care about that. We like helping the group, but we don't feel it's that important. But this move affects 3 areas. While if we play in area 1, we're affecting 1 area. So that's a pretty big deal. So my guess is this is the best move. My second move is going to be on the right. White comes here. This is first of all, a wall like that is at least fourth line. To respect the wall, at least here, But how far are we supposed to extend off a wall? A single stone, we go to here. A 2-stone wall to here. A 3-stone wall to here. So we should be going at least to the H line. Now, if we think which of these goes with the corner, I would say G3 does. G3 is good in the corner. Oh, but you went too far. Really? Black's going to come in? Really? I don't think so. We'll be all over black. Black will be way weaker than white. So it's certainly fine for now, and it's efficient in the corner. How about making a real corner? Way better in the corner. Well, now I'm a little bit concerned. Maybe he can do something. So anyway, to me, it would be here. Does this or this one, which we've talked about? Okay, but here disrespects the wall's height and is too close. So that's something a 3Q should be able to work through. Okay, so let's look at this black place here, which I think is silly. It doesn't even touch on white entering his area. And black seems to be afraid of white growing. Well, this just makes that J3 stone less comfortable. Like, what am I doing so low and close to this big wall? It's just wasting his time even more. Okay, so black allowing white to come in. Okay, so there's a few 3 spots this white move can go. We're looking at A, where it should be, and D, where it should be. So that's 2 questions. And these are the types of questions I would wager 2 and 3 Qs. If you say, hey, here's a board position, what should white do? They're both going to play better than A or D. Why do they play A or D? This gets back to what I said before we put a stone down. What's the biggest thing you can do to get better? Spend a moment and consider. White's playing, oh, I better come in the right. How about here? This is safe. Rather than considering it. Little 2 and 3 move readouts are totally awesome. Now, this is not reading to a conclusion. That's like life and death. You read to a conclusion. The 2 and 3 move readouts are just looking at, for instance, let's look at A. In your head, you play A, white, black, white. Doesn't that seem a little deep? We are literally underneath. I mean, this white group's going to be struggling for life, really deep. So that's 2 or 3 moves, depending on how you look at it. And then you judge the outcome. That's the powerful thing to get used to. And you go, I don't see it clearly, but I think A looks a little deep. Let me try B. Better, this is the line and I haven't crossed it. So next when I come, so more options. Okay, I feel better. Let me try that last one. Which was C. Black's getting kind of maybe a lot in the bottom right, and now I feel kind of tight inside. I don't have room to go anywhere. So I think B is the answer, right? So you would consider those things. Okay, I'm going to keep talking about this because this is important stuff. Let's just make an assumption about the white player here. I would say it's hard for him to think, especially as the clock's running. I only have 5 minutes. Well, where should I play? A, B, or C? Well, he doesn't have a lot of time. He's feeling under pressure because the clock's going. He wants to win. He wants to this and that. It takes a lot to say, just a moment, let me calm down and think this through. That 2-second decision to say, let me take my hand off the clicker and actually look and do some short 2-move readouts. That's a decision to make. That's step 1 of difficulty. Partly because that's not something he does. So it's a habit to develop. Next, if you get in that habit, let's say this is his first time doing this. I heard what Shygost said, and darn it, I'm going to consider this. He goes and he's thinking about it and thinking about it. He says, I think B's best. Now he has to do it again. When you're not familiar with it, it takes time. Okay, let me think it through. Oh, this is tiring. Let me think it through again. What about it? It's exhausting. Move after move. Once you have the habit down, you're just doing it. Hey, I've done this 100 times before. I can do 2-move readout really easy now. 2-3, 2-3, 2-3. And here's how it looks. Oh, it's getting so easy. That's the goal. The first dozen times, give me a break. It's so hard. So play long games where you have time. I never play less than, 30 seconds 5 times with whatever main time. That's minimum. A lot of times 40-minute games, great. Give me some time to think. I love thinking. Okay, so that was a lot of talk for who knows, good or bad. Okay, we go forward. Boom, boom. Black. Yeah. Take the corner, removes the 3-3, stops white from getting life. Good. And then away. Okay, just remove this from your vocabulary. Never do this again as long as you live. You must defend your group. If you're playing simul and you have no time to think, just walk out. But he'll play here and then just walk out. But he'll play here. Just, I got out. Good enough. That's it. When I used to be informed, I'd line up a dozen anybody's, Dawn players, Q players, and I'd give full handicap to each one. And I'd do this as white, just walk out. I wouldn't be worried. Just play the main move. Oh, but he's getting all the stuff. That's his right. He's got 5 stones. Let him win. If he wins, good. He's supposed to win. Just take care of your groups. Now, of course, as 5Q, I'm just making up stuff here. He's not going to play the next moves right. So I'll be able to come in and do something about that. Or I lose. So I lose, but I'm going to have strong groups doing it. Okay. White did not. White says, I'll start another weak group. Right next to the other one. Yeah, it's not going to work. If I was going to do that, I would do it over here away from the first group. So I wouldn't have 2 separate groups. Okay, you got me rambling today. Black attacks. So from Black's perspective, we can say that White just got one eye in Gote, because if White presses, we can back off. We're fine here. So White just got one eye in Gote. We don't care if he gets one eye in Gote. So Black should not come under here. It just allows White to do whatever. So split the 2 white. That's the simple way, right? We have now split the 2 white. One of these white entities is going to have a real hard time. Probably both of them. Okay. Black, white. White should give this up. Give up the stone. We don't care about that stone. That stone is nothing. It's a double gote for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. Double gote, 6 points. Very small. And now white's using both weak groups together. Now white's going to have something positive rather than two things that are negative. Oh, did you catch that? White has two negative things. White has one positive thing. This is a big difference. Man, you got me rambling today. Boom, boom. Yeah. Yeah, just give, yeah. Oh my goodness. White can get one eye in gote. Surround. White's dead? Dead. Yeah. We don't care if he gets one eye in gote. That's another eye in gote. And now, black's the one with the weak group. So, we see this, Q players gets chaotic. And from here, it gets more and more chaotic. But when you keep it on point, and we've seen it a few times here, split. The whole point, split. Now white has two problems. Oh, but he might capture the stone. Great, one eye in gote. It does not meaningful. Okay, I've gone on and on. Hopefully you're seeing how to move forward. The key of which is to think about your moves. Get your hand off the clicker. Play slow games. Fast games, you will simply do the same mistakes over and over and over without thinking whatsoever because you only have 2 seconds. Of course, you're not going to think. Okay, I started rambling again. I'll stop. Okay, thanks, everybody. Talk to you later. Bye.